Folks, we just got a really big update for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. We got a bunch of new characters, we got a release date, and I'm going to be honest, from what I've seen, the reactions have been a little bit mixed. I'm a little surprised at how people are feeling about these characters that we've been shown. But let's take a look at the trailer, and then we're going to break down all the new info we have, our thoughts on, what this means for the game, as well as some interesting gameplay stuff that we are able to glean from this trailer. But let's check it out. This was part of the PlayStation State of Play. You can see we're starting with anime cutscenes, which is pretty cool. I mean, we have known that this is a highly anime-inspired game, a very Japanese-centric game, being by Arc System Works, a Japanese developer. But it's cool that we are getting anime in the game, which I assume will be part of like the story mode as well. We'll see these cutscenes. But another thing I've noticed is that they're going to have like their own lore for the game. So they were saying there's like a reason why certain X-Men are not present on this team. But yeah, anyway, this is going to be the X-Men team, starting with Storm, who we obviously already knew about. But here's the new character. We got Magic, who, if you played Marvel Rivals, she was in that, right? Or the card game. I've already forgotten the name of, even though I played that game a ton. She was in both of those. We got Wolverine. Now that's hype, bro. Let's go. He looks so good, and I believe they did confirm he has armor on some attacks. I think we saw it for a second there. And then here's the third one, who is Danger. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, she looks hype. I did not know who Danger was. I had to look it up, as I think a lot of people did. But I think she looks amazing. Definitely like some like new 13 from Blaze Blue type vibes. But looks really, really cool. And then we got the team combo. Look at this. So we haven't actually seen this before, I think. Wait, is this a team combo or is this just clever editing? No, I think this is actually like a team super. It looks awesome. So maybe it's like if you have a full team assembled of like characters on the same team, like these are 4 X-Men, you get a unique super. That would be crazy. I don't know. But here's another pretty exciting announcement, by the way. The Ultimate Edition. So we've seen there's 3 editions. There's the normal edition, and then the digital deluxe version gives you the season pass, which, yeah, they've confirmed the season pass is going to be 4 characters plus a stage. So launching with 20 characters, and then shortly after release, there will be 4 characters plus a stage. Definitely wish there were more. I mean, I miss the days where games launched with like 36 character rosters. It really feels like that's just not the world we're living in anymore. Game development is so expensive now that unless you're like Tekken, where the characters' move lists are like 90% carried over, or if you're like King of Fighters or something where, KOF 14 to 15, they're new models, but I'm sure they were able to reuse a lot of work from 14, and so that game has a lot of characters. But anyway, for the most part, new games are really shipping with smaller rosters now just because of the nature of game development. So yeah, 20, becoming 24. More would be nice, but I think it's enough. It's not like 2XKO where they launched with 11. That's like way too low, but yeah, 20, I guess we can make it work. But for a year, I wish it were more than 4, just because I feel like fighting games, like with the nature of like live service gaming now, if we want to consider fighting games live service games, it kind of seems like they want to be considered that, considering they all launch with a season pass. But only 4 updates a year is kind of slow to keep people coming back and interested. So 6 would be amazing. That's like what we used to get, right? Didn't a lot of older games come with 6 a year? How many did Street Fighter V have? Anyway, 6 would be good, but 4, it is what it is. And this is also quite exciting, is character costumes, which is rare for an Arc System Works game. Like pretty much like Dragon Ball had like 2 costumes, right? Like Videl had one, and who else? That was, there weren't very many. And then like Guilty Gear Strive and stuff, there's no costumes whatsoever, just colors. So the fact that we're getting costumes is quite exciting. I think this might have something to do with the fact that the game is a little bit more like the character models. There's a little bit more like physics-based stuff, like the cloth on their outfits is, determined by physics, like how it moves around and stuff. It's not like hand key posed for the most part during moves, which makes the moves look a little bit less, unique and exciting, but it does give them the opportunity to introduce these other costumes. I'm assuming that's the reason, or they just figured this is a Marvel game, so we need costumes to get people excited. But anyway, if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you get the 5 costumes, which, the Doom one looks amazing. The rest of these are like kind of expected. We'll have to see how they look in game. If these classic ones look like super cartoony like this, that would be really cool. But yeah, that's about it for what's coming in the different editions. But so let's talk about why this trailer, I think, was met with some interesting responses. I think the big thing is this character Danger. Really, not many people knew who this was. And the other thing is this incarnation of Danger looks very different from her comic version, as I'm led to believe. Like in the comics, she mostly looks like this, very different, much more like robotic, wires and circuitry everywhere. Whereas, yeah, obviously she still looks robotic, but she looks a lot more anime and a lot more cute, let's just say. That's kind of the look they're going for, is like a cute anime girl who happens to be a robot, compared to her comic version, which is a little more emphasis on the robotic aspect. So, there's people who are upset because she's a literal Who-Megalol. People don't know who she is. They're like, we could have got Cyclops, we could have got Phoenix, whatever, characters that people are more familiar with. But, I mean, they did say that they wanted to include characters who have never been in a fighting game before. So I think Danger and Magic both have never been in a fighting game. Was Magic an assist in Marvel 1? I actually forget, maybe. But definitely never been playable. So them, and then obviously including Wolverine and Storm, who are like much more expected characters, I think makes sense. And I am excited for these characters for sure. Especially Danger, who they clarified in the state of play that she was going to be a zoner type character, which I really like. So really excited for that. But what do you guys think? Should they have gone more safe with the picks? Are they wasting valuable character slots on a literal Who-Megalol? I don't know. You guys decide. But another thing about this, so if we look at the gameplay, we can see something pretty interesting with the assists here. If you guys notice, we called Storm ground assist from the air, which you could not do in the beta. In the beta, if you called an assist in the air, you would get the air assist, which usually was just like a horizontal moving move in the air. And I did not really like this. I felt like this limited you a lot. You couldn't do old school stuff like cross them up and call a ground assist at the same time. And it just made the characters feel less unique because every air assist basically had the same function. If you were in the air, you were always going to get the same type of assist no matter what character it was. So it looks like that might be changing, as well as in the actual state of play itself. I had to go to the state of play stream and not just the video, because there is some more footage of Danger here where, yeah, she looks really hype. She looks like the kind of character I like. Look, she's filling up the screen with projectiles. But this is the part that's quite interesting. So as a zoner in this game... So, did you guys see what just happened right there? Okay. So she is coming down from the air, and here she calls Iron Man ground assist. So, did they remove air assists from the game? Potentially. I would be perfectly fine with that being true. I think one of the big problems in the beta was, your characters have 3 types of assist. They have, the projectile assist, they have the anti-air assist, and then they have like the unique special assist. But 90% of the time, if you press the assist button, like during a block string, during a jump, during a combo, you get a very similar type of just like, they're just going to rush you and attack you type of assist. You don't get to see those different types of assists. So it looks like maybe they got rid of air assists, which is good. I like that change overall. And then the other exciting thing, oh yeah, by the way, in case you missed it, release date August 6th, pre-order start the 19th, so like in one day. And you do get some lobby bonuses for pre-ordering if you care about that kind of thing. But this is the other interesting thing. Which team will assemble next? So are we to believe that this game is going to be 5 teams of 4 characters each? And here we have, Storm is going to be the leader of the X-Men team. Does that mean that each of these remaining characters represents one team? That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? So maybe Cap would be the Avengers team. We already have Iron Man, so Cap and Iron Man, then maybe we could get like Hulk. Maybe we could get, I don't know, like Ant-Man. I don't know. I would say Spider-Man, but he's over here. So do you think we're going to have a Spider-Man team? We could have like Spider-Man, Venom, Spider-Gwen, maybe like another villain like Green Goblin or something. Or another thought I had was we could have the Avengers, and then we could have like the new Avengers or like the young Avengers. I don't know how old Peter Parker is in this game, but you know, we got to put Ms. Marvel somewhere. So maybe Ms. Marvel would be on a team with Spider-Man, along with maybe like Armor or something from the X-Men, just like other young characters. I don't know. Doctor Doom, it seems natural to assume, would be like a villain team. So maybe we could have like Magneto on that, maybe Galactus, not Galactus, maybe like Thanos. Probably not going to be Galactus in a game. He's like gigantic, but yeah, Doom, Magneto, Thanos, that type of thing would make sense. But another possibility is this could be like cosmic characters. So yeah, like Doom is from Earth, but he's very like associated with the cosmic realm. So maybe this is where they would put Star-Lord. Because I don't actually know where Star-Lord would go otherwise, because he is already in the game. Maybe Spidey could be like tech users, like technology-focused characters, and then Star-Lord could go here. But then it's like, where does Ms. Marvel go? I don't know. And then finally, Ghost Rider. A lot of people are saying Midnight Suns, but there aren't that many famous Midnight Suns characters. You know, there's Blade, who would be awesome. And then the other kind of well-known one is Morbius. Morbius could come in and morb all over everyone. But the other characters in that are pretty obscure, right? Don't get mad at me if that's not the case. But then again, we have Danger in the game, who is very obscure, so maybe being obscure doesn't matter. So I don't know. What do you guys think the possible teams could be? That was kind of my guess, was we would have Avengers, X-Men, young Avengers, villains, and then I don't know what. Maybe this could be like cosmic characters. Does Ghost Rider count as cosmic? Not really, right? Then Star-Lord would go there. But then where does Ms. Marvel go? Oh, yeah, I guess Ms. Marvel goes in like the Young Avengers. So maybe that's it. Avengers, X-Men, Young Avengers, villains, and cosmic people. Like, I did some Googling to see, like, could you potentially put Ghost Rider and Star-Lord on the same team? Like, what do they really have in common? There's a character called Cosmic Ghost Rider, but that's not Robbie Reyes, right? That's Frank Castle. So I don't know. I don't know. Star-Lord could go here, or he could go here, or he could go here if that's like a tech team. Anyway, I'm probably overthinking this. Maybe these aren't even the team leaders. Maybe these are just the characters they've revealed, and we're going to have a team of 4 characters that haven't been revealed yet. I don't know, guys, but I'm very excited by this possibility, especially if having a team of, 4 characters that go together, if that does give you like a special team super, I think that would be really cool. I know sometimes people don't like being like forced to put certain characters together, which, I do agree it can be kind of limiting. But if we think about it like something like Dragon Ball dramatic finishes, like there wasn't a gameplay advantage to having dramatic finishes. It was just something that would happen if you happened to have the right character against the right character. So maybe it could be something like that, where it's like a special super that maybe doesn't give a big gameplay advantage. It's just something hype that you can go for. Like maybe if they're on their if it's the last round and you have max meter, whatever, you can go for this hype thing to show off that you're running a team that has lore together. I don't know. Something like that I think would be really cool. And I like this idea of 5 teams of 4 each. But then does that mean that every DLC season has to be a team, right? Like DLC season 1's 4 characters. So will those 4 characters necessarily have to be on a team together? I don't know. It's interesting. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Tokon trailer. I'm still very excited for the game, especially if they are improving the assist system, which I think was really like the only problem that stuck out to me in the beta. Was I felt assists and tagging just weren't as fun and as freeform as I would have hoped. So if they can improve that, then I think the game will be in great shape, and I hope they continue to add more weird, less obvious character picks like Danger. But let's talk real quick before I end the video about the other trailer that came out. I have not actually watched this one yet, but this is for Avatar Legends, the fighting game, the Toph trailer. let's check it out. If you guys don't know, I'm very excited for this game. I was lucky enough to demo the game early, and I thought that it was really cool. Oh, we're dodging. Yeah, I think that's a universal mechanic, though. I think every character in this game can dodge. So she is earthbending, which, yeah, we would expect, right? Ooh. Whoa, we got artificial corner. Wait a minute. It's like Aganos and KI, maybe? Okay. Armored flow movement. Better earth pillars is her other assist type or other, like, fuse thing. Oh, yo, that elbow drop is sick. Hold up. Are they going to show us the third one? Better platform ride. Whoa! That looks sick! So she can create an artificial wall or an artificial floor. Oh! Yo, crawling on the edges of the screen! That's so sick. What do you guys think about these impact frames? I think these look cool. Like these like smear freeze frames that happen, and if you like kill with a hit like that, you like get to look at it for way too long. Yo, we got the belt, flex it on him. I think she looks hype. I like this concept. Oh god, I accidentally clicked ahead, but yeah, I like this concept of creating the false floor. Also, you know, it makes sense that like a stone character would have armor on her movements, so I think that's quite cool. Better earth pillars. Yeah, that's really cool. Having the corner like this so they can't get away. And that elbow drop move looks so sick. Oh, that looks so cool. That reminds me of another move in a fighting game, but I can't quite think of it. This happens to me so much where I'm like, this feels like a reference to something, but I can't place it. Maybe like Angel in King of Fighters could be what I'm thinking of. Obviously, there's like some pro wrestling DNA in there as well, but yeah, really, really cool. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than I think she looks awesome. I think that people's reaction to the visuals of this game has been very strange. I don't really get why people say they think this game looks cheap. It looks like a Flash game. I mean, I get why people say that. I think the reason is that people just don't have that much exposure to 2D art in games that isn't pixels, right? Like, when people think of 2D fighters, they think of pixel art. So when you have a game like this, like Skullgirls, like Them's Fighting Herds, people do tend to say they look like Flash games because Flash games are maybe the only 2D sprite games people have played where you can't see the pixels for the most part. So I think maybe that's where it comes from, but it's a little weird. Yeah, people said the same thing about Skullgirls, and I never understood it. People are like, it looks like a Flash game. And I'm like, bro, no, it looks like an actual cartoon, right? Like, you guys watched Avatar, right? To me, this looks like the show. Even, like, the fact that it's, like, low frame rate. Like, the show is pretty low frame rate, too. Like, to me, it looks like the show. I don't really get the whole Flash game thing. I do think there are elements of the visuals that can be improved. I think a lot of people felt from the beta that the camera is kind of, like, disorienting in this game. The camera moves quite a lot. Like when you're doing moves and stuff, and some people thought that that was super weird. I also think maybe like the impact frames and the hit sparks and stuff could maybe use some improvement just to be a little more like impactful. Like when you hit someone, the hit spark is pretty small, right? Like boom, it's just that little rock thing. I think we could maybe have like a little bit more impact to sell the hits, but other than that, I think the game's graphics do look really good. And I don't really get the whole Flash game thing, honestly. So yeah, overall, very excited for this game as well. Does this have a release date? Oh, just summer 2026. Okay, from what I've looked, there doesn't seem to be an official release date anywhere. I did some minor Googling. It seems like summer is the only thing. So yeah, hopefully we get some time in between them, please, so that I can, you know, not have to split my attention. I would like to devote myself fully to whichever game comes out first and, you know, really play it to death before I have to worry about playing the other ones. So, yeah, hopefully we'll have a gap there. I also get the impression that these are maybe targeting different markets. Like, I think Tokon is going to be a $60 game, obviously, maybe more. I mean, is it good? Do games cost $70, $80 like regularly now, or is that only like first party stuff or like GTA 5 level stuff? I don't know. So yeah, but anyway, I think Tokon's going to be a $60 game. You know, 80 with DLC. This kind of gives me the impression that it'll probably be like a $40 game. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong because I think they did say there's going to be a story mode in this. So maybe this will be a full price game. But I get the impression this is going to be targeting more of the indie fighting game scene. So anyway, very excited for both games. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.